1 year at the success of Friday the 13th Part 2, to Steve Meyer returned to the helm to make a film that officially cemented the franchise and Jason in horror pop culture. Let's open it up 1982's Friday the 13th Part 3. Also a 3D version, hence the tagline New Dimension in Terror. And while it's not Avatar The Way of Water, there's still lots to talk about. The movie made over $36 million, whose a $2.2 million budget, remains a fan favorite to this day among others for myself. Let's get started on why. The initial concept of the film would have confirmed Paul's death, and second, with Ginny going after Jason in response. However, Amy Steele chose not to return, and after that, a whole new cast and plot were drawn up. Pick up where the last movie left off, where Jason draws first blood on a pair of elderly shopkeepers for a new outfit. Though I don't have access to the 3D version, it is quite clear how it plays out. Richard Brooker is a body over Jason this time around, one of the more imposing ones at that. Now the opening victims are done, we have a mixture of new campers and a biker gang. Let's start with the latter first. Ali, played by Nick Savage, Fox, played by Gloria Charles, and Loco, played by Kevin O'Brien. Naturally, Fox and Loco don't survive their first encounter with Jason at the barn. Ali survives a bit longer and tries to burn him with stolen gas, but he doesn't survive much longer. The campers are headed for Higgins Haven, a neighboring area of Crystal Lake. So now I'll get into them as follows. Christine Chris Higgins, played by Dana Kimmel, Rick, played by Paul Krotka, Debbie, played by Tracy Savage, and Andy, played by Jeffrey Rogers. Also a couple of dead hames named Chili, played by Rachel Howard, and Chuck, played by David Cates. Lastly, we have Shelley, played by Larry Zerner, and his lover Vera, played by Catherine Parks. Is here, upon killing Shelley, where two elements strongly associated with the franchise, character and now the horror landscape, are taken on by Jason: the machete and the hockey mask. Though he is of course not above using other weapons, including this movie, most people associate the machete with him. Both Mortal Kombat XL and Multiverses have that as a main weapon. Admittedly, the spear gun kill to Vera's eye is actually one of the better 3D shots in this movie. Elsewhere, as it turns out, Crystal has history with Crystal Lake, which was targeted by a man implied to be Jason. She's also expecting a child, because, of course. After that, Jason goes on a tear, goring Debbie through the hammock, frying Chuck on the fuse box, and spearing Chili with a red hot poker. So, I guess that's what would have happened if he has lost Ark, in the bar scene, if Andy had not intervened there. Rick is next to bite it, with his skull getting crushed. That's an incredibly well done practical effect and literal eye-popping 3D. And the final act makes Chris a final girl. Face a dwindling amount of time and fuel. She must escape Higgins' Hope alive. Knives, axes, and nooses do a little more than slow him down and make him angry. And whether it's in a movie or one of those collectible statues, his decayed face is still quite freaky. Ali is the last biker to go, and as the van dies, Chris goes in search of aid. Though Chris and her unborn child do make it out alive, the closing shots do establish Jason will return. However, that's a matter for another day. This movie is a turning point in the franchise where it functionally cemented a pop culture legacy that has endured for decades. I'll mention this again in the future, but Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, and Michael Myers have made their mark on the horror landscape the same way Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, and the Frankenstein monster have, and undergone similar reinvention over time ever since. It is a movie I never passed up a chance to revisit. I'm lucky to have shared it with you all. Final rating is 4 out of 4. The rest of the movies will be occurring feature in the near future. I'll see you all again soon. Take care.